Hi, welcome all of you to the success stories by iLearn IAS. Today I am with Veena Sudan, who has consecutively cleared UPSC. Last year, she scored in her very first attempt itself 299th rank. This year, she improved it again and she has scored 124th rank in All India level. A daughter of retired Lieutenant Colonel Sri Sudan, she is a native of Kayankulam. So I would like to welcome Veena Sudan to this series. Hi Veena.
Hi, sir.
See Veena, this is your second attempt, right?
Yes, sir.
So you did your graduation in civil engineering from TKM Engineering College,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Then immediately after graduation you started preparing. So when did you first decide that okay, civil service is your career choice? When was it?
So it was only during the last year of my college because before that, we don't know a lot of things. Once you are in college, then only you start seeing people. Especially towards fourth year, what happens? There is that pivotal moment when you have to decide like what exactly are you going to pursue. So I think that time I decided that I will do civil service.
Okay, fine. So you did your schooling across India, right? Because of the fact that your father was in military. Okay, so do you think that that exposure to that whole India had an impact on your career choice?
Yes, sir, because I got to see so many places and so many people. So I was always in amidst all this diversity. So I really got to see what India was. So seeing that, I felt that being part of the civil service will again give me such an opportunity to serve all different backgrounds of people, sir.
Fine. So let's come to your preparation. So after your civil engineering, so you straight away started preparing, right? So what was your preparation journey?
So initially, I did not know anything. I knew that I wanted to do civil service. So right after college, I moved to Trivandrum. After coming there, I had joined Kerala Civil Service Academy. So I attended classes there for like 2 or 3 months. Then what I did was I started watching YouTube videos of toppers, and there I looked at what strategies worked for them. Then I realized that if they are reading Hindu or they have read Lakshmikant, so those are like foolproof things that everybody is reading. So I started with that newspaper Lakshmikant. Then I picked what optional I have to take. Then so since I was doing GS by myself, I decided that for optional I will take classes. So that's why I came to iLearn and joined with Nikhil sir. Then after that, it was keeping that same rhythm every day, studying for the first attempt, and for last 2 months I studied prelims, and after clearing prelims again I came to iLearn to write main test series. So then there again I got feedbacks and wrote. Then again for interview I came. So this was the cycle that was going on.
So see, people normally make the mistake of focusing too much on the prelims. So have you did that mistake, or you know that like you should have a both integrated approach for both prelims and mains?
Yes, sir, because I listened to all these toppers. So I specifically listened what they did, and most of them had just prepared for 2 months or something like that. So I also based on that. What I did was initially basic books are same for mains and prelims. Current affairs are same. Just that in prelims a bit more factual things are needed, and that too. It's not facts that you remember. It's how you solve the paper that proves the crux of it. So what I did was initially I studied everything together. Then towards the end, 2 or 3 months. For the first prelims, I took I guess 3 months because first time you have extra anxiety also whether you will be able to do it or not. So I took 3 months and I concentrated on prelim, solved papers, and just did the factual and prelim based things.
See, what I've seen across the preparation strategy of many toppers is the emphasis they have given for the mains test series. So how important is the mains test series, and how has our mains test series has equipped yourself for the actual examination?
So everything is about that final 3 hours paper that you are writing in the end, because no matter how much you have prepared, no matter how much you know, if you are not able to put it in the paper and put it in those 3 hours everything nicely, then you won't get a place in the rank list, because mains matter that much. So what happened was, For me, before prelims, I did not write any mains test or anything. I was simply studying. Then after cracking prelims, I again came to iLearn. So I guess my first paper was not very good. I had scored, I still remember, around 67 or something. So I had my mentor Arundhati ma'am. So I took, she had one-on-one session. I had joined late. I only came after the result was announced. So I went to her. Then I showed her the paper. So there was 3-4 points written as suggestion in the paper, and 3-4 points that she told me. Like add case studies, examples, and finish your paper. And I think, sir, that first thing, because that was what I needed. I did not need to sit through all the classes and pinpoint me things. So it was very tailor made for me, those 3 suggestions, and I started applying it, and it worked wonders for me. Same thing I feel for geography also. I still remember I told Nikhil sir also, like I was very scared about optional. So I took my first papers and I went to meet sir, and sir saw my papers and he was like, okay, you don't worry, you will be in the rank list. And that psychological booster was also a very big fact for me, because first time you are very scared, you don't know what you are doing and all.
So one thing I have observed, I mean, about you from your time in iLearn, and also after discussing with many of your mentors also, you are one person who used to do things which you are asked to do. So while someone says that, okay, this is your problem, try to address it, next time you always make sure that you don't repeat that. Okay, so that guidance, I mean, rather than guidance, you are actually ready to evolve yourself over a period. Because I think even though your initial paper you got only 66 mark, I believe you are one of the toppers towards the end of the test series. So that evolution was there. So I believe that your readiness to change yourself was an important matter over there. Then again, in the mains preparation, one of the important things that we should always focus is on the optional.
Yes, sir.
And you took geography as your optional, right? So how was it? I mean, how good was geography? How has it helped you in your GS? I mean, in your whole UPSC journey?
I think every optional has positive or negative fact, and now usually people are very scared of geography in taking, because they feel alternate year they are getting very tough papers. But I look at it from a positive point of view. Like even if the paper is tough, people are still coming in top 10. So and lots of people are getting 300 something. So if they can do it, even you can easily do it only. So that thing I set aside. Then I found geography very much beneficial for me. First thing was for my prelims, all the basic concepts were cleared, so easily you could get the geography answer. Second thing, for GS, I find it especially very good for me. GS3 I had like 116 marks. So I feel geography played a huge part in that, because agriculture, maps, diagrams, all this I did extensively for geography itself. So that really helped me, I feel, get better marks. And I've seen that even other people who had geography with me, they have also scored good in GS3. And geography as such, so I believe is a very good optional. And time spent on studying it, you have to spend on every optional, because no optional is easy or will
Difficult.
give you. Yes, sir.
Yes, that's it. So the effort that you are putting into your own optional, that has actually helped you in your GS also.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
so that's an interesting point. Then see, after writing your mains for the first time, were you sure that you will be getting through and you will be getting a call from UPSC for interview?
Sir, the point was that my geography paper 1, because of my mistake, paper was so easy, I got very excited, and I did very poor time management, that for 1.5 hours I was, happy and drawing diagrams, so I couldn't even finish half the paper. I did like 2-3 questions only. So after that I had to do 20 markers in 2 minutes and all, which is like so detrimental. I did not read the questions properly, I missed parts. So it was very bad. So because of that, I was very sad. GS and all, I was pretty sure that it won't be very bad, because I don't think I was scoring well in MTS and everything. So only this was a fact that I will get a call or not, depending on that. But fortunately,
So once you got the call, so one of the most important steps in this whole journey is the UPSC interview, right? So how did you prepare for the personality test?
So Beginning itself, I think I came to you and you did the DAF analysis,
analysis.
and you told me all these questions and all, like from where they will ask. And I guess preparing your DAF and knowing yourself is the thing.
Most important thing.
And again, you were a big confidence booster because I came, you were like, I am sure you will get 190 to 200. So,
And I believe that you scored good marks in interview, right?
yes, sir, I got 193 first time.
Okay,
So,
so my words came true.
yes, sir.
Okay.
So from that, then mock interviews, and then seeing where you are doing wrong again. You will get 2-3 corrective points, and you just do that, and it gets better.
Then again, after, I mean, when the first result came, you got 299 the rank, right? Were you worried about the service, or at that point itself you decided that okay, you want a particular service? I believe your most area of interest is foreign service, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so she wants to be a diplomat in the future. So she was focusing on Indian foreign service. So when you got the 299, immediately you started preparing, or after the interview itself you were in the process to the next prelims?
So after interview, you can't really concentrate for 2-3 days because that, especially the first time, that thrill, anxiety and worries, everything is done. So 2-3 days you relax. Then I had this point because it was my first attempt, and since UPSC is not just about your own hard work, it's about others' hard work and your luck factor. So I was like, even if you don't get a good rank, you should write again and try once or twice, at least 3 attempts so you can give in UPSC. So I had decided that if I'm not getting IFS, then I will definitely write again. So I prepared for
Okay, so in the first attempt you got Indian Railway Traffic Service,
Yes,
right?
sir.
But you took EOL and you decided to prepare again.
Yes,
So you skipped the foundation course, you went to the training institute, then you took leave and you came back. Again you started putting effort for the next round, right? Okay, fine. So in the second attempt, you improved your rank considerably and you reached 124th rank.
Yes, sir.
So what was the difference from the first and the second attempt? And what do you think that has made that change?
Sir, in my first attempt, my rank went like 299 because my essay I had only 105. So I knew a paper where I had done considerably bad. So just improving that one paper in essay, I had 105. So there was definitely a scope of getting at least average of 130. And 30 marks is more than enough to
Enough
get
to
you
get
in.
into
Yes,
the
sir.
top rank. Okay. So that the fact that you are actually able to evaluate yourself after getting that first result helped you to identify which is your weak area.
Yes, sir.
So as I told earlier, your ability to continuously evolve yourself has applied over here also.
Yes,
Okay, my question is like many students, once they write the first attempt, they might be going up to the level of interview. Some people will get through, some people will not. So all those people who are not satisfied with the rank, they started coming back and they started doing all things from the beginning itself.
Yes, sir.
I think that's not a good strategy, and we should actually start from the point where we have stopped, and we try to look back
Yes,
and
sir.
evaluate ourselves. So what have you done over there? I mean, you try to evaluate yourself and move ahead, or did you went back and start studying from the beginning? No.
No, sir, because I knew where I had to improve. Because first time you don't have time to study everything. It is about how smart you are and what you pick and what you not skip out. So I think that I decided that I will improve a bit more on optional, because optional is about depth. So first time I had enough, but then I felt like I can have even more knowledge. So even more I prepared for that, and even this little. And the GS and all, mine was fine, so I just kept doing that itself.
Now, this time you scored 124th rank. From the discussion we had initially, so you are still going ahead with your prelims preparation,
Yes, sir.
hoping that you need to break into the top hundreds and you enter into Indian Foreign Service itself.
Yes, sir.
That consistency in putting effort is something actually is going to bring a lot of laurels to you. Then, coming to your personal life, so do you think the fact that you are a doctor of a military person, did it had an impact on your preparation or your focus? I mean, what was the influence of your father?
I think growing up there, I have always seen my dad work. So from morning they go, then again come back again, they'll go to office. So you see this much of dedication for one's own country, so that's also sort of inculcates in you also that even you are willing to work hard to do something for your own country and the people in it. So that really had an impact. And my dad used to always tell me about interview process and all, like how you should behave and how you should answer and how your thought process should be. So all that helped a lot.
There are many students who are actually trying to attempt this examination, and everyone wants to clear it in the first attempt itself.
Yes, sir.
So my question, what should be the focus areas that a student who wants to clear it in the first attempt itself? What is your suggestion?
I would say that first attempt is the best attempt.
I agree with you on that aspect.
Because you are full of energy, you have not been demotivated. First thing is you prepare your mind. You forget about this whether it will happen or not. Just one focus point should be there. It will happen because it has happened and it will keep happening. So you just have to be one of them. Prepare your mind and then memorize your syllabus. Choose an optional which is suitable to you, and do smart work, because don't study everything you are seeing. Prepare just enough to write the answers, and take guidance if you require. And know yourself, know your weakness and know your strength. Like if you have a bad memory power, you make notes and you revise those points. If you have good memory points, means you can add more data and more case studies to your answers. So this knowing yourself will help you to easily crack the exam. And do not follow anyone blindly. Always keep track of whom you are taking guidance from, like coaching institutes and all. If you go to Ireland, then sir says something, you can believe him because he has seen so many people do it. And because once you come into this preparation field, everybody will have an opinion. People who have not even written prelims will have an opinion on how to crack it. So take care where you take your guidance from, and always have faith in yourself and that you can do it within the first attempt itself. Do not even think about second or third attempt. Have confidence and just do it. It is possible.
Okay, then one more personal question. Why IFS? I think I made you to prepare an answer for the interview, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then.
And they asked me also in the interview. Okay. I think when I came to study, I was also having this, because we see only IAS and IPS people. Beyond that, civil service to an average person who's not preparing for civil service is not very clear. So when I came also, I had these two visions. Then I read papers and studied about international affairs. Then I came to know about IFS. Then I was like, okay, these people are also working so hard behind the scenes, and they're doing something so important with respect to IR and all, and the impact that IR is having on domestic relations and all. So I decided that, okay, I also would like to be part of this service.
Okay. See, you are actually a constant source of inspiration because of the fact that there are people who has cleared in their first or second attempt, but they actually hasn't focused in the second attempt. But you always had that vision. I mean, the success didn't actually made it to deter from that focus. So I think your focus on that getting into the top 100 is actually gonna pay off now also. So I want to congratulate once again on getting an excellent rank, but I would really want you to break into that 100 in the next attempt, and you get into IFS and become a diplomat and serve the country and make all of us proud.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, congratulations once again. Thank you, Veena.
Thank you, sir.